Happy day students. Welcome to Sun Academy Group of Schools, Pallikarnai, Grade 8 Science. And today's topic for discussion is Chapter 5 Coal and Petroleum. So what is this coal and petroleum? Before knowing about what is coal and petroleum, in our day-to-day life, we use a large number of materials, right, for our basic needs. Among these, few materials are found in nature, whereas others are man-made. And for example, air, water, soil, sunlight, coal, petroleum, natural gas, and minerals are obtained from nature. So they are called natural resources. On the other hand, plastics, synthetic fiber, paints, drugs, explosives, etc. are all man-made materials. And these coal and petroleum, what we are going to learn in detail in this chapter belongs to natural resources. Come on, let us learn even more about these two commodities. What are natural resources? Anything in the environment which can be used are called as resources, and the natural resources can be of two types, and they are inexhaustible resources. And what are inexhaustible resources? Those resources which are available in large quantities in nature and will not be depleted even after continuous usage are known as inexhaustible natural resources. And examples are sunlight, air or wind, water, etc. Then what are exhaustible resources? The resources which are available in limited quantity in nature and will get depleted after continuous usage. That is, on using it again and again, they get depleted and they are known as exhaustible natural resources. And the examples are coal, oil and petroleum, natural gas, minerals, and forest resources, etc. What are fossil fuels? So in this chapter, before learning about coal and petroleum, we should know what are fossil fuels, because both coal and petroleum are nothing but fossil fuels, and the natural fuels which are formed from the remains of living organisms that are buried under the earth long time ago are called fossil fuels. So fossil fuels are the remains of the prehistoric plants and animals which are buried under the earth millions of years ago. How are these fossil fuels are formed? And these fossil fuels are formed in such a way that when the dead remains of living organisms like plants and animals are buried under the earth millions of years ago. And this happens as follows. The plants and animals which died millions of years ago were gradually buried in the earth and got covered with sediments like mud and sand, away from the reach of air. In absence of air, the chemical effects of heat and pressure and bacteria converted the buried remains of plants and animals into fossil fuels like coal, petroleum, and natural gases. And always remember, the buried remains of large land plants were converted into coal, whereas the tiny marine plants and animals were converted into petroleum and natural gases. Now, let us start our discussion about coal. So coal is generally a hard, black, combustible material that consists mainly of carbon. And this coal is found in deep coal mines under the surface of earth. In India, coal is found mainly in Bihar, West Bengal, Orissa and Madhya Pradesh. And coal is found in abundance in our country and it is the most important source of energy in our country. Discuss about where do we get the coal from, that is formation of coal. And these coals, millions of years ago, earth used to be covered with trees and plants. And these plants died in swamps around the river banks. And as years passed, the weight of the ground along with the earth's heat converted the dead plants into coal. And these dead plants which have been converted into coal is what we are using now. And in order to extract this coal, it has to be dug out. And the coal is found generally in layers and underground. Plants die, they sink into the swamp and the ground heat and pressure remove hydrogen, oxygen and nitrogen from it to leave mostly carbon. And this is what we know as coal. And this coal is a good source of energy. When coal is mainly rich in carbon and when it is heated in air, coal burns and produces mainly carbon dioxide gas and a lot of heat energy is also produced. That is when coal is heated in air, that is in presence of oxygen, it releases a large amount of carbon dioxide gas and a large amount of heat energy is also produced. And coal is important because it can be used as a source of heat energy as such, or it can be converted into other forms of energy such as coal gas, coke or electricity. The real source of energy of coal is solar energy. This is because the plants and trees which decomposed to form coal grew on the earth by absorbing sunlight energy during the process of photosynthesis. Now let us discuss about few uses of coal. And coal is generally used as fuel in home and industries. Coal is also used as fuel at thermal power plants for generating electricity. Coal is also used to make coal gas, which is an important industrial fuel. And coal is also used to make coke. And earlier, coal was used as a fuel to make steam to run steam engines of train. And coal is also used as a source of organic chemicals. Now let us discuss about the products of coal. The different products that are obtained from coal are solid form of coal product is coke and the liquid form of coal product is coal tar and the gaseous form of coal product is coal gas. Let us discuss about each of these products in detail. First, let us discuss about coke. Coke is a tough and porous black solid substance and coke is prepared by heating coal in absence of air. When coal is heated in absence of air, the coal gas and coal tar are eliminated and the coke is left behind as a black residue. And it is the purest form of carbon and it is so tough and it is porous that liquid or air can pass through it and it is black in color. It is generally used as a reducing agent in extraction of metals and it is also used in manufacturing steel and it is also used as a fuel. The next product we are going to discuss about is coal tar and it is a black thick liquid. Coal tar is generally a black thick liquid having an unpleasant smell which is obtained by heating coal in absence of air. And coal tar is not a single compound. It is a mixture of about 200 carbon compounds and the useful carbon compounds present in coal tar includes benzene, toluene, naphthalene, anthracene, phenol and aniline. Thus, the naphthalene balls used to repel moths and other insects are obtained from coal tar, and it is a black thick liquid, and it is a mixture of 200 different substances like naphthalene and benzene, etc. And it is used to make synthetic dyes, drugs, explosives, perfumes, plastic, paint, photographic materials. Naphthalene balls, which is used to repel moths and other insects, is also obtained from coal tar. Please make a note, coal tar was also used to make roads in order to do the metalling of roads. But nowadays, the petroleum product bitumen is used for metalling of roads. The next product we are going to discuss about is coal gas. Let us look into the details. And this coal gas is produced when coal is processed to make coke. And how it is being produced. Coal gas is actually a gaseous fuel which is obtained by the strong heating of coal in the absence of air during the process of coal to get coke. And coal gas is mainly a mixture of methane and hydrogen with some amount of carbon monoxide. All the gases present in coal gas can burn to produce heat, due to which coal gas is an excellent fuel with a very high calorific value, and it is used as a fuel in industries. It is used as a fuel in many industries, and it is also used as a source of heat and light. But nowadays it is used only as fuels and source of heat and not as a source of light. In the next video, we will be discussing about petroleum and natural gases. Thank you, students. Part 2 to be continued.